Hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Friday. I'm so happy to be here. How's everybody doing? So, I wanted to hop on here really quick and have a quick little conversation and look at the latest um, sneak peek of the one-on-one Sister Wives Tell-All, which will be airing this Sunday coming up. Before we get into it, y'all, I do want to say hello. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry I'm running late. Every time I try to like schedule anything, it just doesn't work out that way every single time. And I do apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, Zuna, how are you? You guys let me know if you can hear me okay before I get to rambling too much. Hello, Josh. How are you, honey? I'm glad you're here. Diane, hello, hello. So, hey, Shay. Hey, girl. Hey. So, can you guys see me okay? I know the lighting isn't the best, okay? But I did want to come on camera and kind of chit chat with you guys tonight about this. So, like I said, we're going to go over the latest little sneak peek of this one-on-one. And in this particular clip that we're going to watch, it is of Meri sitting down with the host, and they're reacting to a clip of Kody basically saying that if Meri decided to leave the family tomorrow, he could care less. And I don't think any of us are shocked by that. Majority of us already knew that. But according to Meri herself, he's been telling her something completely different, giving her a completely different vibe, being a little bit two-faced, rather, just like the title says. So that's where I got that from, just in case anyone was wondering. Now, there is a huge conversation to have here, in my personal opinion. I'm actually very interested in what Meri had to say, which we are going to look at here in just a moment. But I do want to say hello just to a couple of you before I go in. Hey, Linda. Seeing you loud and clear from New Zealand. That's so cool. I'm so glad. Again, you guys, I'm so sorry that I'm running late, and I'm sorry. I'll never get it together. Oh, thank you, Zuna. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip, and then we can talk about this. I'm very excited to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions on this because I definitely have quite a bit. So let me go ahead and mute and share this over for y'all.
It just doesn't make sense to me that he would be so frustrated with Christine and be like, she just made this decision. We didn't consult, we didn't talk, she just made the decision. And then he says, no, I don't consider myself married to Meri. Like, he just made the decision. I've never heard him say that to me.
Yeah.
Even since being in Flagstaff, he has led me to believe that he was trying. You know, our first anniversary that we had here in Flagstaff, cheers to a new beginning, you know, as opposed to this last anniversary, he's like, I don't even know why you called me, Meri. And I said to him then, if that's where we are, don't you think that we should address that publicly? And he said, no, I don't want to address it. I don't want to address it. I don't want that to be out there publicly because I don't want that judgment.
Are you still married to Kody, or do you get to decide?
Well, he's already made the decision. You just saw him say that. You just saw him say that.
Would you guys ever think about reconciliation? Would you ever think about reconciliation?
I would. I definitely would.
Okay, so as you can see, I hope you guys like that little clip. I put that together for you this evening. But yeah, so this is her reaction to this clip here, where again he says, you know, if she decided to leave the family tomorrow, I would not argue against it. I would not try to fight her on it. And again, I don't think this is new news to any of us. I think majority of us have known this. We've had this conversation here several times, but to hear Meri say it, he has given her hope. He has been telling her that, you know, giving her hope that they would be able to reconcile, be able to move forward, so to speak. Now, for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but this is something I've been watching go down for several years now. And I feel like he's made it very clear how he feels towards Meri, to Meri directly. That's not, but of course, that is on camera. None of us know what happens behind the camera, what he says to her. We only know what we see on camera. And I think also that when you're in that headspace of really determined to make something work, you're going to see what you want to see. And that's just the truth of the matter. When it comes to Meri, I think the one thing that none of us can really take from her is, out of all the sister wives, she is the most dedicated. When it comes to keeping the family dynamic together and staying a part of that family dynamic, out of everyone, she has showed the most dedication and commitment to that mission, so to speak. Um, that being a positive thing, in my personal opinion, I don't think that is. I think that she desperately wanted this family dynamic to work. And I do also believe that, I could be wrong, I'm not Meri, but I do also believe that the main reason she wants to keep the family together is because of the family dynamic. It's not necessarily the fact that she wants to have this intimate relationship with Kody. Like, I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's more about that family dynamic. Robin, I know her and Robin are very close. The children, all the children in the family, and doing things as a family. Meri's family is very small. She lost her mother in this season. We've seen that she had lost her mother. She only has one child. So, this dynamic has been such a great big part of her family. It's her family. So I can understand why you would want to fight to keep it the way that it is. But also, I do have to say, when you see how it is turning, okay, we've seen Christine leave. We've seen that kind of unfolding in the last several, or, in the last season and this season. And now Janelle has separated from him as well. And we've been saying it for a while, but Meri and Kody's relationship has essentially been over for years. Now it just seems that because of the separation with Christine and Janelle, that there's no longer that reason to keep it hidden and not talk about it publicly. As we've seen after Christine left, Kody really wanted to direct all of that anger and resentment towards Janelle. It's like the separation with Christine just opened the floodgates for all the other skeletons in their closet, so to speak. I do want to turn it over to chat to see what you guys have to say about this. But yeah, that's kind of that's how I feel about it at this moment. I feel like this isn't new news. I know this isn't shocking to anyone, but I did find it interesting that she says in this tell all, and I'm sure there's going to be more to come. There always is. But the fact that she says, well, he's basically been telling me something different and giving me all of this hope, making me think that we were going to try to reconcile and do what's best for the family and make this work. Because in that dynamic, it appears to me, I mean, I'm not a part of it, but it appears as a viewer that it isn't necessarily about how healthy the relationship is, or if you love one another, if you are, all of these things. It's more just about who's going to sacrifice the most, who's going to, even if you're miserable, oh, well, toughen it up. This is what is the greater good for the family, the greater good for the family. That's what we hear in all of these seasons. That's what we've heard. And as we've watched each sister wife leave, that has been the main mission. What is the greater good for the family? Kody is like a broken record. He has said it over and over and over and over and over. Even though Kody himself doesn't seem to be doing what is the greater good for the family. I think it's more about what his idea of greater good is, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is for the greater good. And yeah, people get tired of that. Let's see here really quick. I want to see what you guys are saying. Oh, y'all, please click the I appreciate that. Why? Okay, let's see. Aaron said, why? Why would she want to be with him? Aaron, you know what? I've been trying to figure out that as well for a while. You're not alone there. Um, I wish I knew. I wish I knew the answer to that. I think, like I said before, what I've gathered is the main reason is the fact that she really wants to keep this dynamic together. She wants this family to stay together. The picture she has had, just like Robin, we've heard Robin say the same thing in different confessionals and things of that nature. So many times, Robin has stated, the baby's trying to come in. So many times, Robin has stated that, you know, this isn't what I envisioned. This isn't what I envisioned for the family. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. My kids deserve to have what I had and you know what the other kids had. Heard that. But the thing is Christine hit her breaking point, and we all seen that unfold. We all seen it unfold and watched as that happened. And then Janelle, unfortunately, Kody pushed her to the brink of past her breaking point, basically switching gears from blaming everything to Christine to now blaming it on Janelle. And why would anyone put up with that? Exactly. Why would anybody? But Meri has. And I don't think, again, that it has much to do with her actual relationship with Kody as it does trying desperately to keep that family together. And as we're seeing, that's just not going to work. I mean, half of the family members have already went on their own way. And the ones that do still want to keep this dynamic going, just sad. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this off. I'm sorry, breaking in and out. Let's see. Anyways, it is very sad when a family breaks apart like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think families kind of they mold into different things. Families grow depending on what happens. They go into different directions, you know, and we're definitely seeing this family evolve before our eyes. It's nothing like when it first started. That is for certain. I think having the camera on is making me lag a little bit. Guys. Says, I don't watch, but get recaps from LNU. Are so getting to know them a bit. Oh, okay, that's good to know. A lot of people, I get that message a lot, Zuna. A lot of people saying that they don't really watch the show, but they absolutely love the recaps, and I love that. I'm glad. I'm glad we can be assistants. She needs to move on. He is trash. I could deal with Robin since she first went on. I could deal with Robin since she first went on her date with me. You couldn't deal? Is that what you meant, Aaron? I think a lot of people feel that way. You are definitely not alone. I've tried desperately to like Robin, you guys. I really, really have. She has been a core of a lot of the issues. And while that doesn't necessarily all fall on her, a lot of it does. A lot of what has happened does fall on her, and she's not taking any accountability, just like Kody. Um, you know, they're basically one and one, and she tries to play as if she doesn't know what's going on half the time when we all know she does. We all know she may not know every little thing, but she knows a great majority, and she always acts as if she doesn't because she doesn't want to get involved in the other marriages or in the other issues of the family. But behind the scenes, when it's just her and Kody, I seriously doubt, as a wife myself, okay, and I know the topic is different, but I don't think that matters so much to quote unquote husband and wife. You know, she is giving him advice. We've seen that on camera. She gives him advice about things, and she puts her 2 cents in probably on everything. But Kody didn't mind Meri getting a lot of judgment. Right. No, you're right. And that's the thing is it's funny that he doesn't want the public to know something that the public has already known. It's been like this unspoken thing, and they've both made all these comments about it. But to act as if the public didn't already know that they weren't together and they're not going to be together, that's just silly, especially for those of us who have been watching for a very long time. It's very obvious this relationship has not been in a good place for a very long time. So it's that's the least of Kody's Meri and Kody's relationship should be the least of his concerns when it comes to judgment, to be quite honest with you. When I think of things that he has done and Kody has said, things to do with Meri and him, absolutely. He has said some pretty nasty stuff to Meri and about me, but there's plenty of other things that he has done outside of his relationship with Meri that is much worse and was very much more public. In my personal opinion. So let me see here. I'm gonna be annoyed, ain't I? It's me. Oh, Josh. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's see. The way Kody has treated Christine and talked to her like she was dirt under his foot, I don't understand why any of the wives would stay with him. And as we're seeing, Tammy, they are leaving, one by one. I think even though it ended the way it did when it comes to Meri stating, or the host, I think her name is, the way you say her name, I don't want to butcher it, but the host of the show asked her, do you want to would you reconcile with him? And she said, well, he already made it very clear that he does not want to, but absolutely I would. And I don't understand that either. I really don't understand that either. But all I can really chalk it up to is she really wants to keep the family dynamic together. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. And you would think, I would understand maybe in the beginning, right? But now that Janelle is leaving and Christine has left and her and her kids are doing their own thing, and all of this and that, Janelle's children up to this point anyways do not have the greatest relationship with Kody. So it's like, what are you still fighting for? At the end of the day, that's what I want to know. That's what if I really want to ask Meri, and I hope the host does. I hope the host asked her in this one-on-one, what exactly are you staying for? What are you fighting for? What are you staying for? Because I know in the past when she's been asked similar questions, she doesn't really answer it. It's kind of like a roundabout way to answer it. But I would love to know what her answer is now, seeing the way everything has unfolded. And I will also say in this season, we have not seen that much of Meri. Very little of Meri in this season. Of course, there's been small clips here and there. But the main storyline has been Christine for the last 2 seasons. And here towards the end of the season, we've seen it switch to Janelle and Kody's relationship. But for the most part, the season had nothing to really do with Meri. For the most part, we didn't see her a lot. Roxana said Meri has no self-worth. If she did, she would not allow a man to tear her apart the way he does. Yeah, I think so. And that's probably the saddest part of all, Roxana. I believe that when they're in this dynamic, and this goes for Christine and Janelle as well, he diminishes that self-worth. And they've been together for a very long time. So I don't even know if the women realize just how much he did diminish their self-worth and how much they did allow him to not only control them, but also to just talk to them like they're nothing and make them feel as if they're nothing until COVID happened and they had that time to. They've always been independent. I mean, they raised their own children. They did all of this. They worked. But really do it without a man, because Kody wasn't coming around as often. He was staying at Robin's house all the time with his minor children, right? All of this and that. And they had to go back, go to that life and see what it's like without him in the picture. And I think having a taste of that and realizing what they've been settling for was enough for Christine and Janelle. The fact that with Meri, something's so different there, and I've never been able to quite put my finger on it. She's had that opportunity and experience to see what life is like without him, and she says she's very happy. That's the part that's really confusing as well. And if I was the host of the show, you guys, I would have so many questions for Meri that I never hear them ask. So I hope that in this special, at least in part one, I hope part one, watch them have Meri. Yeah, Meri will probably be part one if they do it in parts again, because you know they're gonna wait till last to do Janelle and Christine, because that's the the grand finale, right? And that's how they always do it. So we will see you guys, but I did want to pop on here and kind of chat with you guys about this very quickly and get this out. I know a lot of people have been discussing this today, and yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and see what you guys were thinking about this. Are you going to be watching the one-on-one special coming up? And what are your thoughts? It says Roxana said when Meri was on, she spoke very little. She kind of sat there like a bump on. Yeah, yeah. And like I said in my last recap of the last episode, Meri and Robin both. Now, Robin is playing it on, right? Because everyone already thinks that Robin knows everything and Robin is the core of the problem. So, of course, she always falls silent and acts like she doesn't have anything to say. While with Meri, I think she really doesn't have anything to say and she really doesn't know what's going on. So with Robin, I believe it's a front to try to save face a bit. And with Meri, it's very, very genuine and authentic, I believe. The Josh said, judging from people's reactions, I think I will be taking some notes when I watch it. Josh, I think you will see where the division started. Oh yeah. If you start watching this, Josh, I would highly recommend to start watching it at least like 3 seasons ago, like, or last season, because that was a pivotal one. Christine leaving was a pivotal one, and they do a lot of flashbacks in that one, so you can catch up very quickly with what has happened up to that point, because that last season was the big season of Christine leaving, and they go through a lot of it again. So if you do start watching it, and hey, it's a really good season too, um, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, the division definitely, in my opinion, and I know a lot of you agree, we've seen the division really start when Robin entered the picture. But I have to be honest about that too. Although I'm not Robin's greatest fan, I have to say that I believe that even if Robin had not came into the picture, that odds are they would have still ended up divided. Maybe not as quick as much as, to where it is today. Maybe not. But I do believe that they would have still been divided and that there would have been issues that arose that would have created tension within the family and all of those things. So I don't want to completely put it on Robin. I think Robin was the gas put on the fire, but I do believe that the fire would have kept burning even if Robin did not come into the picture. Oh my good. Oh, okay. Y'all are talking about Meghan and Harry. I really got to start watching that too. I've not started watching that, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it. And I do want to start looking into that. I'm sorry. I thought y'all were talking about Sister Wives. Um, y'all hear my son in there screaming? Oh my goodness. You'll be watching. Well, I definitely will be watching. So for any of you guys that cannot watch the one-on-one special for whatever reason, maybe you don't have cable or Discovery Plus, which is what I watch it on, you guys, you get it one day early, just so you know, if you guys can. And sometimes you can get a free month. So if you guys want to check it out, check out the app. A lot of times you can get a free month, and it does come on one day early over there. So I'm definitely going to be tuning in, and I will definitely be keeping you guys up to speed with the one-on-one specials, and like breaking it all down. Some of it may be in shorts to get it out quicker to you guys, while other parts may be live streams and videos. It's going to be a mixture of everything, but I will be keeping you guys in the loop for sure. And I appreciate y'all so much for coming on here and chatting with me about this. I'm sorry I was running late and this is kind of all over the place, but I do really appreciate y'all a lot. I do. He's just being a wonderful little boy. He's definitely being a little boy, that's for sure. He's boy through and through, let me tell you. Um, let's see. You're going to be watching too? Awesome. Okay, well, you know what? I think it would be so cool. I wish YouTube wasn't so silly, because if they weren't so silly, it's not even YouTube. TLC and all of them, like that clip I played, I tried to kind of tweak it and stuff that way they didn't copyright strike it, because bigger networks like that are really crazy about copyright striking everything. Thankfully, I've not had too bad of luck with that. And since I've started commentary and started talking about reality TV and things like that, not had too many issues. But TLC is one of the biggest ones when it comes to like wanting to strike every piece of their content. So I always do try to re-image it a bit and make it my own, so to speak. That way it isn't just their original work. I do try to clip it a little bit and put in my own little creativity to it. So yeah, I totally agree, Miss Wildflower. Kody is trash. That's tar and feather. His behind. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I agree. I think at this point, I'm team in, anybody but Kody. I'll always be team Christine. That's just me though. I've always been team Christine. And I remember before Christine actually left the family, a lot of people thought that that was so weird. A lot of people didn't like Christine out of all of them. They thought she bitched too much. She fussed too much. Always had an issue with things. But I always adored Christine the most, because I felt like she was the one out of all of them who was unafraid to speak how she truly, genuinely felt about situations. And for me, that I love that. I love to see that, because with all the sister wives, I felt like they were too afraid to tell Kody how they really felt about things. And in a relationship of any sort, no matter what the dynamic is, you should never feel afraid to talk to your partner about how you feel and the things that are bothering you. I don't care what the dynamic is. That's like 101 when it comes to making a relationship healthy and work. So when I seen that they all of them acted as if they were just, too scared to tell Kody. And I do understand why, don't get me wrong. That goes back to, that emotional manipulation and being in a relationship with a narcissist. I truly feel that Kody is a narcissist. Um, so yeah, that all goes hand in hand with that. And I understand why they felt like they didn't have a voice, or that the voice didn't matter. But it's been beautiful as much as it has been sad, heartbreaking, to see them gain that voice back, regain that voice, take take their voices back, stand up for themselves, and start over. You know, that's been really beautiful to see. Christine was the most genuine. Yeah, I agree. The most genuine out of all of them. For me, it would be, and this is ironic, I know, because of everything that's going on, but it would definitely be Christine, then Janelle, then Meri, and Robin last. And yeah, that's the way it is for me. Um, I think Christine's the prettiest too. I used to think Meri was the prettiest out of all of them, which they're all beautiful. They're all beautiful women. But I used to think that Meri was the prettiest. But you guys, when Christine left, I don't know, something about getting, just regaining her voice or taking her voice back and getting on her feet and doing all this. She really is just glowing. She looks the best she's ever looked, and she's always been beautiful. But yeah, I think she's just beautiful. So I would say she's the prettiest in my opinion, and then Meri, then Robin, then Janelle. And I'm probably going to get hate for that. But again, I think they're all beautiful. Um, so, anyways, you guys, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for the evening. I do plan on doing another live stream tomorrow. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can follow me over on my community post where I keep you guys up to speed on everything. And I will be dropping what tomorrow's topic is going to be if you guys are interested in following along and joining in for tomorrow's live stream. It will be around this time. I'm going to start trying to do live streams a little bit earlier on the weekends, probably 6 o'clock ish, 5 or 6 ish, but I will keep you guys posted and have it scheduled if you want to join in. She is. So I don't want to, I'm not diminishing that at all. She is looking really good. I said, in the last episode of the show that was last week, I noticed that she looked very, very good. You can tell she's lost a great deal of weight. And, independence looks good on anybody. Um, just that self confidence, you can see that she's regaining her self confidence. And I think that that's what's played a big role when it comes to all of them. At some point, they have let themselves go. Again, probably not even intentionally, just getting into a really bad mental space and not even realizing it, because it's so easy to fall into routine. And when you're living like that with a narcissist and they control everything, and you're not like all of this just constantly breaking your spirits like Kody's done, you don't care about getting up, fixing your hair, putting makeup on, making yourself feel better. But I think these women are getting to a place where they again want to do those things, not for anyone else, not for Kody, not for any other man, but for them, because they want to feel better, because they want to feel beautiful. And that's what matters at the end of the day. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful start to your weekend. And until next time, bye y'all.